So I read a couple of comments, and one of the comment was very interesting. It says, "O'Neil, you really don't know much about women." All right, I guess. Look, I tried to watch a story to be as objective as possible, but within the bounds of what I think a writer is trying to pretty much bring forward to an audience. So whenever it shifts and veers from that, I'm going to always question it. I mean, I don't just willy-nilly take anything that people give me. Let's run into it.
This. Because this whole lunch, you sat and talked about Tamara and Wayne and Anthony, and I get it. And trust me, I'm not letting Anthony off the hook. I want to tell you what your real problem is.
And what's that?
You are you ready for the truth? Because I don't want. Are you in the mood for the truth? Because you know I only do the truth. I don't do fluff. Are you ready for it?
Go ahead, Ernestine.
I still think you have feelings for Wayne.
Girl.
I think you're not over him all the way. A woman who was truly over him wouldn't be this invested.
All right. So again, this is exactly one of the things I just said in the previous review. Yes. If you're totally over the Wayne character, then it wouldn't be this much invested. Right? My only thing is, why no? Because it's not like Wayne hasn't been with other women since the whole time. So I'm not quite certain why are we at the same place of Amber again saying, you know what, I really have this crush on this guy, but I'm really married and I'm really trying to get this guy and I'm trying to control what this guy is doing. That's what that doesn't make sense to me. So if women want to tell me, because the person who made the comment was a male. If women want to tell me that, yes, this is how women are, that you'll get married, but you're still out there looking at different men who are out there, then I will take that as a point from you. Is that what it is? Are women saying to me that when you get married, you might just get married, but you're still looking at Jones down the road? In other words, you're still looking at Riri because you want to see exactly if you can swing back to Riri. Is that what you're saying?
So judgy sometimes, you know that?
No, I'm truthful.
No,
there's a difference.
No, you be judgy. It's like you
in judging on the truth.
Okay, but Ernestine, you taking what I'm saying and you taking it to a whole nother level. How are you getting? I still have feelings for. I'm talking about how I was treated versus how I've been treated in my marriage.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
When I think back about the guy I dated in college, I don't really care what he's doing these days. I don't care about who he's dating. I don't care about who he's courting. I don't care if he bought her flowers.
Because it's not in your face, Ernestine. He doesn't do business with your husband.
And
all right, and so that's a fair point. If it's not in your face every single day, then you know, I mean, then you know, you don't have to look at it each time, so you don't have to stare at it. So that's a fair point that she's mentioning right there. So, but again, why does this matter again? Why would this matter to Amber again? Just remind me, why would this matter to her again? Like, because you can't really rule what the guy does. For example, it's like the Wayne character then. Wayne can't really rule what Amber has decided to do with Anthony. Him can't. So he's kind of let that whole trip go as to what's going on. Is it that you're saying that they're now going to be trying to say them can put back the Wayne and the Amber thing together again to try to, I don't know, give this more viewership? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Again, Mr. Ian, sir, when I do these things, I do them very objectively. I ask questions because I want to know what the writers are trying to convey. But if it's going to go to a level of we're saying knowing women, then are you telling me that women just this confusing and they're not quite sure as what's going on? Is that then the point? Ladies, come out in the defense.
You're thinking about all the things you didn't get from Wayne. You had this whole tenure with Wayne up until your wedding. If Wayne would have stood up at that, listen, if Wayne would have stood up at that wedding, when the pastor said, is there anybody here who doesn't agree with this? And if Wayne would have stood up and said, you would have been like, Anthony.
Not true.
Hey,
I love my husband.
I know you love him. I know you love him.
And I chose my husband.
I know you chose him. I know you chose him.
Well, the husband chooses you generally. That's what generally happens. That's what happens because the access to marriage is from men. It's a man that have to actually go through the whole gamut of marriage. But again, that's a whole separate story for a different day. Okay, here's what I think is happening. What I think is happening is exactly what I've pointed out to Shayla fans. Whenever it is you start to go in on the Shayla character or any other character, what they do is they bring up the Wayne and Amber story. And I think that's exactly, I think now the writers have now become that. Because as to how we are here, where Wayne is back up again as a commodity in Amber's mind because of some woman that he's dating, it doesn't make sense. It don't make sense at all. It just doesn't make sense. The way how it has been brought back up again, like I said before, it's like how the diesel thing just come from out of left field. It don't make sense to us writers, but hey, again, maybe this is the direction I'm choosing to go into. Why are you giving this? We don't know. Why is it even necessary to give us, or is it just a skit because we have to make some money on YouTube?
But that doesn't mean you don't still have something in here for Wayne. Because there's no way that this whole Tamara situation is getting you bent out of shape. Because he's courting her and he's taking her around and he's doing things. And you're probably thinking, man, that could have been me and Wayne. Wayne didn't do those things for me. Anthony did. You know what I'm saying? You're comparing and contrast. I'm just saying, I'm keeping it real. You still got something in there for Wayne. Little Wayne. I get it. He's charming.
Whatever, Ernestine.
Hey, man, I want to hear it, but it's the truth.
Whatever, Ernestine.
Oh, that's like.
Not sure exactly what it is. So if that is the case, then fine. And you want me to assess this properly. Then if that's the case and you're not sure if, if Anthony is the guy and you think that Anthony is a waste of time, they might as well just file for a divorce right now. That's what I say. Just file for a divorce then. Why would she not have divorced at the other time of whatever it is? Is it that then we are to think that a woman may sit into a marriage when she knows she could have gone to a different man because the other man was there for the taking? Because remember, it's not like Wayne hadn't circled back the block when Amber was going through her time with Anthony. And I keep relating that because I could understand if Wayne did not circle the block and there is the unknown. In other words, that it's unknown as to how Wayne feels. What is he thinking? It's unknown. If those things were unknown, then this trajectory made sense for her to be thinking, you know what if me and Wayne, and what if whatever it may be, then it makes sense. But to have her have that opportunity again that she could have explored, not explore the opportunity, and then just one day all of a sudden Wayne gets his girlfriend and she goes into these funks and these various things as far as her and her husband is concerned, doesn't make sense. Then why did she even bother to do the whole idea of taking on Kai in the first place and not go to do something? It doesn't make sense. But maybe you could be saying as well that that's just her one true crush. But all right, okay.
For me is whatever.
Oh my God.
So that's all we're doing is whatever?
Yes, because you be judging and you be wrong, loud and wrong.
Oh, so tell me if I'm wrong. Please sit here on this steps and tell me that I'm wrong. You don't have any type of feeling for Wayne. No type of jealousy over Tamara. The things he's doing for her.
You are wrong.
Okay. I'll be wrong.
Case closed.
Case closed. I'll be wrong.
You get on my nerves.
Let me walk to my car through the back.
You always.
Friends, I don't mind the sequence, right? The sequence makes sense, right? If you were to look at it as a sequence coming from something else, is how the sequence is placed. I think that's what I have a problem with, is a disconnect of the sequence. It's disconnected, it's disjointed. It's like 1 minute is one thing, next minute is the next thing. And I keep saying again, are you saying that we're just a bunch of confused people as black people? Are you saying then that black people is very confused and is indecisive and that we don't know exactly what we want at all, and we're not able to work things out into any regard, and that we just get upset, because, we always want the same Pookie and Riri? Is that what it is? Nothing wrong with that, and I'm just asking valid questions, because as to why the sequence is important, I'm still not sure. Maybe O'Neal missed something, but he's just not sure how the sequence falls in. Why it never happened then when the other time when they had time alone? Anthony wasn't around, nobody was around. So what was it about then? Why Sean Wayne in that time run down Anthony, and Wayne still has a lot of money nonetheless to do a bunch of things? You follow me? It doesn't make sense. Maybe if Wayne was like a guy on the streets who have no money at all, right? And him broke, then we could understand, well, you know what? I want to keep Anthony because if me leave Anthony and I go to Wayne don't really have a doorknob. So really and truly, me not go to Wayne right now. So you could have seen the comparison. But Wayne was still wealthy then. So why didn't she go then? That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is the trajectory of the storyline don't make no sense. It might be true that, hey, she might have feelings for Wayne. It's how it's placed in the storyline that's not making sense to me. But I'm just one man. Give me y'all's take. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna talk to y'all soon. I don't know.